And to see that this child is still lacking infant development is horrible. And apparently he's still drinking out of a bottle. But to know that this child cannot even sit up or walk on his own without any support is just terrible. We watched her in real time destroy this child while she was pregnant. The drinking, the smoking, the fighting, constant drama. For this to be your first child, your first pregnancy, and that's what you do to your baby, the type of destruction and disability she brought upon this baby is something he has to live with for the rest of his life. Bro, like, are you scared of nobody? You can say whatever. You can say whatever. Real, you can say whatever. You got something to say, I'm gonna say it. Feel me? Like, you can say whatever. But I'm telling y'all, it's about to get real serious. And I think if I put this PSA out, is he gonna try to act like I ain't say this?
Since reality has finally caught up to Chrisean Rock, and it isn't playing nice. Let's talk about her current uncomfortable, upsetting, and completely humiliating phase.
The doctor or whatever medical professionals at the time of his birth, they had stated that he would need medical treatment like surgery, steroid injections, etc. in order for him to start developing properly. For me, on the outside looking in, I seen that baby when he was born and I see him now, and his health has not been addressed in the best manner.
Between several months, it's nothing to worry about. Since she made it public that she was expecting Chrisean Jr., people have been mocking her actions for more than a year. The repercussions are being felt in real time across the whole internet at the moment. There's more to this than idle chatter, so pay attention. This is an important matter. Suspicion and conjecture have given way to reality now that Chrisean has finally admitted that something is wrong with her son. Neither can she hide it with an Instagram filter, a tirade during a live session, or a selfie that contains inspirational quotes. You can see the truth when you sit on her lap and gaze directly into her eyes. This is known as accountability.
Y'all don't know nothing about God, and y'all don't know nothing about nothing. You talking to me like that, so I rebuke everything y'all saying about my child, to be honest. But I like this shit, bro. You know why? Cause all the glory to God, bro. Like, they're gonna be looking real stupid.
As much as she could, she had been avoiding it. First, the fact that she finally was honest. She is finally acknowledging what her friends, fans, online doctors, complete strangers, and even bloggers have been saying for months. She needs to get her son assessed.
Pregnant.
Was it too late?
Yeah, it's too late.
I'm not talking to you.
The development of Junior is slow. He's not living up to the requirements. She can't say, oh, babies develop at different paces, my dear. No. There are other facets to it than this. Since the same thing was visible to us all, babbling, smiling, grabbing toys, eye contact, head. Control and the high-pitched screech that made others clutch their chest in that manner are all largely absent. The voice wasn't that of a baby. It sounded awful. We can now see why. According to leaked records and a lot of conjecture that Chrisean is disregarding Chrisean Jr. can have challenging medical issues. Seizures, spasticity, cortical visual impairment, and potential fetal alcohol syndrome are the topics of discussion. It is a sad list. This has made many especially angry because it's not some abrupt, horrible medical problem. It is believed that her demeanor was the reason behind this. At clubs during her pregnancy, Chrisean was also seen fighting, drinking, smoking, and crying. In addition, she acknowledged in real time that she was unaware that she was 5 months pregnant and that she cried since it was too late to have an abortion. In order to demonstrate...
We all in agreement now that it's a lot of things that this baby is going to be suffering from or hindered doing because of the shit Chrisean was doing while she was pregnant. Drinking, smoking, partying. And to be quite honest with y'all, I think what make it worse and what make everybody more mad at Chrisean is the fact that, one, she still denies it. Not just leave it alone. She denies that she did anything wrong while pregnant. On top of, it doesn't seem like seeking any help for this baby.
Everybody watched the video. Doctor told her she was 20 weeks pregnant. She continued to act rashly, as though the baby wasn't still developing inside her. But she didn't change her mind and decided to become a mother. Additionally, let's not pretend to be brand new. Looking back at her past life, the warning signs were there. She was jumping around, yelling at Blueface, and drinking a lot. As though she wasn't really developing into a fully realized human, just arrived. The baby is not developing normally for a youngster. Chrisean has the gall to publish the defense online despite all of this.
Sorry, Jaden. I'm sorry. Who else? I apologize to that whole side of people. I'm just sorry because I really care about my son, bro. And I know he'll be thriving better with his siblings too. And Carlos, you got me blocked on Instagram, so I can't follow you. But girl, you could come get your grandson for when he come home in August, so he'll have all his kids there. I literally want to take myself out of the situation and then just receive whatever God has in store and what purpose he has for this whole thing to work out.
Fans, admirers for evaluating her, claiming that we don't understand God and labeling those who are merely worried regarding racism. You are not. Being ridiculed, girl, their pleas for you to take charge were disregarded. Now, though she is suffering with guilt, rumor has it that she's been having difficulties in the background. In an attempt to become closer to God, she has begun attending church in the hopes that prayer may heal the damage created by her carelessness. Please understand that there is nothing wrong with asking God for help, especially during difficult times. However, religion is only empty rhetoric if there is no accountability or action. Any amount of prayer won't mean anything if you're not taking action. Because she feels terrible about it, she is attempting to patch up severed relationships, to provide her son with the much-needed familial support system. In agreement. Despite her long-standing hostility toward Jaden Alexis, she has also contacted Clarissa Blueface's mother. On social media, the original baby mama made fun of her. She is attempting to put the past behind her and allow Junior to spend time with his brothers by asking for forgiveness now. Chrisean Rock, Miss I Said What I Said herself, apologizes publicly, and you can tell it's serious. She invited Clarissa to come see her, saying, "I would set aside my feelings if it meant giving my son a chance at a typical, affectionate, sibling-filled existence." The problem is that people are still ignoring all of this. Despite her current attempts to make amends, let's not act as though she avoided accountability from the start. During the first year of her son's life, she denied any problems. People were just being negative, she demanded. People show their trauma, she said. She didn't think there was anything wrong despite doctors purportedly telling her otherwise. All at once, she is willing to listen. Furthermore, as the questioning became more public, she promptly removed Junior from social media, which truly devastated people. It was not about privacy, it is a function of pressure. The objective was to steer clear of the full-speed impending freight train. Instead of protecting her child, she attempted to bring order to the turmoil. Because she would if privacy were something she truly cared about. Don't ever live stream her entire labor. No hundreds of movies of him lying motionless while she danced, played music, and put her needs ahead of his would have ever been publicly available. Nothing has changed. Some have noticed as they see him in church once more in the background of her Instagram tales. His gaze, his stance, and his response or lack thereof remain the same. Despite only being 2 years old, he still doesn't engage in the same activities as other children his age. That shade isn't either. This isn't hatred. This is a matter for worry. True, genuine, and pressing issue. Just to be clear, you see, there is no consequence for having a child with special needs. That is, it's not regrettable. Millions of wonderful parents are raising children with delays, diseases, and disabilities with love, commitment, and tolerance. Regretfully, many people think that this is because of what Chrisean did. This is the reason for this situations. Severe agony, Not only that, but the child has difficulties. They could have been avoided if he had no influence on his birth, but now he must struggle twice as hard to survive. The fact that she hasn't completely acknowledged her role in this is quite upsetting. She is pleading for assistance, expressing regret to God, and expressing regret to those she has harmed, but she is not providing an explanation. Her admission has not been made in public. Regarding the potential consequences of Junior's pregnant behavior on her health, she may not either. Perhaps the shame is too great. Given that once she says it aloud, it cannot be undone. She could be scared to do so, but this is well known to the public. Critics as well as admirers and fans have been observing this in real time. She seems to be deceiving the entire internet by presenting it as new information. Don't you recall that she was out having fun and missed one of his planned surgeries? The last of the sympathy seems to have disappeared there. Skipping a whole process, she proceeded to shake something and got drunk. It's the one person answered no, and we were finished. You cannot make such decisions and then pretend to be the victim. Just don't. Well, here we are. With a desperate effort, Chrisean is trying to tidy up the mess. She is trying to mend the harm, regain the trust, and reconcile with God. She was excellent. To be honest, it's better late than never. However, that doesn't mean that people won't remember how we arrived. But it doesn't mean the films, the lives, and the flagrant indifference will just be forgotten. That doesn't mean she won't be held responsible either. It's better because of the baby. For him, apologies and church benches are insufficient. Is entitled to love, safety, medical care, and construction. He has been lacking everything since birth. It's unknown at this point if Chrisean will actually alter. Is this another PR cleanup, or is it a turning point? Will she eventually take action, or will her guilt only continue till the next gathering? It will be revealed in time. We do, however, have knowledge of this, no matter what obstacles he faces. Little Chrisean Jr. deserves every opportunity to achieve, because he didn't ask for any of this. Since the infant is innocent, the adults in his immediate environment must eventually mature and act morally. Considering that everyone is watching, and they won't turn away this time.